What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric from Eads Computer Solutions, and this is Monday Morning Hangover. Get your cup of coffee. Yes, it's time to talk. Let's get into some stuff here, guys. Oh man, and all my notifications is going off at the same time. I want to say good morning to everybody, good evening, good night to some people that live in different countries, different time zones, and everything else. And I do these live streams every Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Don't forget about every Wednesday. I am doing Wine Wednesday this Wednesday. And don't forget about every Saturday. I do Tech Saturday night with different variety of people, panels, and stuff like that. So this is iPhone week, guys. As you know, they've been a lot of videos that's been hitting YouTube, some hands-on videos, stuff like that. A lot of people that's getting early access, that starting to post their videos and stuff like that. And I actually looked at a few of them, and I am impressed, man. Just kind of looking at some of the early reviews of it and some of the stuff that I saw, some of the coverage that I've started to see with the iPhone 7, iPhone 10X, or whatever you call it. I don't know, say iPhone 7. Yeah, so this is iPhone week. This is what everybody been waiting on. This is all the hype, the hoopla, everything about it is here. So we're going to discuss it. We're going to discuss a little bit. I see everybody starting to join the discussion. Shouts out to Full Tech Review. Deepak is in the building. Timothy is in the building. What's up with you? I'm excited. I don't know if you guys excited, if you got your pre-orders in and all that stuff like that. Y'all guys be probably getting your phones this next week or this week or whatever. So it's all good. Let's see. Who that? Shouts out to Lane in the building. Who that said they're gonna beat them Saints? So we 5 in a row, guys. 5 in a row, by the way. 5 in a row. If y'all didn't know, New Orleans Saints, 5 in a row. Yes, right. So we on the top of our division. Great game. We took care of Green Bay. We took care of Chicago, and we playing Tampa Bay next week. So, whoo, yes. So who that nation is in the building? Yes. Welcome to the Superdome. Let's see. Timothy say I can't wait to get mine Friday. Yes. So a lot of people that pre-order. Now, a lot of people been asking me, did I pre-order? I did not pre-order. I'm just gonna try my luck to walk into a store and get it. I talked to a couple of sources that there's possibility that they're gonna have some in stock. I might have to camp out, but I've heard that some stores are gonna probably have some in stock. So I'm gonna take my chances and then walk right in the store and get one. That's basically what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just walk. Hey, I'm probably gonna camp out like I did for the iPhone 7. That's what I did for the iPhone 7. I camped out. I was the only one, by the way. I'm in Louisiana, so it's it's a little different in Louisiana. It's no hype and no hoopla over the iPhones and stuff like that. So when I camped out for the iPhone 7 for 8 hours, I was the only one out there. And I just walked. Look, the store opened early. I walked right in and got my iPhone with no problem. It was no problem. It was and then for the iPhone 8. Still no problem. I mean, no pre-ordering and all that stuff like that. It just basically walk in and just get it. Let's see. They say 29 million will be available by the end of the year. See, that's what I'm saying. So if they're gonna have that many phones available, I stopped doing these pre-orders. I stopped doing these pre-orders. And stuff like that. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Yo, Easy. Give me a shout out. It's your birthday. Shout out to my man Nice in the building. Happy birthday to you, man. And listen, happy birthday. And shout out to you. Man, it's a good day. It's a good day for you. Good day. Hopefully you got the day off. It's Monday. Got Monday Night Football coming on tonight, and nice cool weather, one day before Halloween. Hey, it is what it is, man. Happy birthday to you. So let's get into some news. Happened over the weekend. A lot of stuff happened over the weekend, and I want to talk about it a little bit. A young lady posted a video. She was in the Apple's campus, and the cafeteria or something. And her dad, that's an engineer that worked for Apple, he gave her the phone to look at or whatever. That's a no-no. She filmed it. And after she filmed it, she posted it on YouTube, and Apple people found out about it, and her dad got terminated for it. And Apple requested her to pull the video down. And I actually saw the video before it got taken down. Some people took the links to the video. Some people, Apple went after a lot of people to try to yank the video down. But she posted the video. It went viral. Unfortunately, her dad, she came out with a rebuttal video right after that, and she explained, and she got very emotional. So yeah, I watched both videos, and yeah. So sometimes, man, when Apple kind of strict on the rules and stuff like that. So yeah, she got her dad terminated, but she, like she said in the video, that her dad was gonna be all right. And but yeah, it's she did come out with a rebuttal video. And when you talk about iPhones and Apple and stuff like that, you got to be careful, especially if you work for them. I mean, you got, you sign all these non-disclosure, confidentiality, and proprietary stuff. But when you sign that type of stuff, and stuff like this happens, it's not a good day for that family. Not a good day. But yeah, so that happened, and man, it's crazy. It's crazy that this type of stuff happened, and hey, it is what it is. So hopefully everything will be all right with that family. But I think, listen, Apple engineer, I think you're gonna be all right. I think you'll find some work, man. I don't think it's gonna be a problem to find work. So, but yeah, but unfortunately, that type of stuff happens. Also, let's go to and get into some iPhone specs here for everybody that want to know about any iPhone specs. And let's talk about that for a second. So this is getting this off of GSM Arena. The iPhone 8, guys, I keep on saying iPhone 8. iPhone X, iPhone 10 is going to have a 5.8-inch, 1125 by 2436 pixels. High resolution. It's going to be an AMOLED display. It's going to have a 12-megapixel dual 12-megapixel cameras, and it's going to have 3 gigs of RAM with the Apple A11 Bionic chip with a 2716 milliamp battery. And if you go into a little deeper here, you go have front and back glass. It's going to be IP67 certified for dust and water resistance. And again, a Super AMOLED display. And it has the 82% screen to body ratio. Also with screen resolutions and all that stuff. It's going to come with iOS 11.0.2. And all the bells and whistles. You're going to get it at 64 or 256 gigs respectively. And the cameras are going to be 1.8 and the 2.4 with optical image stabilization, 2x zoom, and all that stuff like that. And Apple still continue with the 7-megapixel camera up front, which is going to have 1080p, 30 frames per second, and all that stuff like that. So, of course, with all that's being said, you're still getting that super large price point, which is a lot of people is kind of complaining about a little bit. And, a lot of people have been asking about my take on the prices, my take on the prices with the iPhone. I mean, look, here's the thing. The prices are high. We already know this already, right? But at the end of the day, shouts out to Paul Tech in the building. Shouts out to Loyalty Means Everything. Sean is in the building. TK from Total Tech. If y'all didn't see the live stream Saturday night, I had TK on the live stream. Woo! Man, look, we gonna get TK back on the live streams. It was pretty epic. So it was nice. The TK said that 2K display with that small battery means suck battery life. Yep. Well, it's going to have some good optimization. It's going to have some very good optimization. We don't know. We got to see. Some of the early reviews is out. But let me give you my commentary on this iPhone, man. A lot of people complaining. A lot of people saying this and saying that. A lot of people say Apple suck with this high price point. When we talk about price, guys, let me show you guys something, right? And a lot of people, and don't get me wrong, I am not agreeing 100% with prices and stuff like that. But one of the things that what gets me is that if you're going to buy the phone, you're going to get the phone. A lot of people that live in the U.S. is going to get it on carriers that's, you know, you're just going to get it on the carrier. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to pay that type of money, but you still go pay. Look, it's like this. These companies, I'm starting to see this, and I know y'all guys starting to see this, right? A lot of these companies, man, is coming out with a high price product, right? But let me show you something. Like when you talk about high price points, look at the Galaxy Note 8. All right, look at the Galaxy Note 8. 64 gigs Galaxy Note 8, $949. All right. And a lot of people will say, well, the Galaxy Note has more features than the iPhone. But when we talk about price, the Galaxy Note 8 is still $1,000 phone. And so it's just one of those things that I like to kind of point that out a little bit, because a lot of people kind of missed some of the points. That am I happy that iPhones are expensive? No, I'm not happy that iPhones are expensive, but you know, it's one of those things that I think it is what it is. And I think with Apple, you got a phone for everybody, right? That's their whole platform right now. I mean, if you don't want to get an iPhone 10, get an iPhone 8. If you don't want to pay an iPhone 8, get a iPhone 7. If you don't want, I mean, listen, you could get an iPhone 6, I mean, for what, $500. Get an iPhone, the SE or iPhone 5. I mean, you got, is it like the SE? You could get like an iPhone SE for like under $200. So, you know, and it's all running iOS 11. So I look at it like, hey, look, I mean, people that's complaining about the iPhone 10, get an iPhone 6, get an iPhone SE. Get a, you know, that's the thing. Like, you don't really have to buy the iPhone 10. You could get an iPhone 8. I think a lot of people, and I've been seeing a lot of videos and stuff, people complain. Just the same thing that happened with the Galaxy Note 8, the Galaxy S8. We seen it just complain. And the thing about it is, I do understand. Listen, the economy, some people just don't have the money. But at the end of the day, if you can't afford it, that's fine. It's okay. I mean, if you already got an iPhone 7, this rocket till the wheels fall off, right? I mean, it's just one of those things that, like, it is what it is, folks. And I read people comments, and I shake my head. People complain. Listen, you think by complaining the price going to go down? If you look at the history, prices has been up. Now, this ain't the first time Apple has sold a $1,000 phone. I mean, if you look at the iPhone 7, 256 gigs, isn't that over $1,000? I mean, so Apple product, and if you even go even further back than that, Apple product has always been premium, always been expensive, always been high. Is it right? No, but you don't have to buy it neither. TK said it great in his video, and I keep on quoting TK, that you have to speak with your pockets, right? Especially with this debacle with the Pixel, right? And people, you know, some people that love Pixels, they say the Pixel screens is great to them. Some people complain that, listen, it sucks, right? So at the end of the day, you got to talk with your pockets. You got to talk with your pockets. Let's see. TK said you get the SE, which is the 6X specs for $150 for Walmart. See, that's what I'm saying. You get an iPhone 6 for $199, iPhone 6S for $299. See, that's the point. You don't have to go out and spend $1,000 on the phone. You don't have to. TK quoting all the prices. iPhone 7, $399. See, that's the thing. You don't have to spend $1,000 on the iPhone X, iPhone 10. They go run iOS 11, right? Apple still going to support their devices. At the end of the day, I see people you know, good. And it's the same thing. It's going to continue. It's been going, this type of stuff been going on since I've been on YouTube, right? People get in their feelings. People believe that Apple is charging too much for a phone. But this is not the first time that Apple has had a high-end product. I mean, is it right? It's not right. But you know what? At the end of the day, the iPhone X looks good. iPhone X is going to be a good device. A lot of people got to learn some of the gestures and stuff because it's different. No home button on this product. All right. Everything is gesture based. I think it's going to be a pretty solid device. I actually, the more I'm seeing it on videos, the more I'm liking it. All right. And as we talk about the size, let's go on and talk about the size for a second. Let me show y'all guys the size comparison. And this is what a lot of people got to understand too. Now, as you see, this phone is not going to be big. Let's talk about this for a second. The iPhone 8 is a 4.7-inch phone. The iPhone 10 is going to be a slightly bigger than the iPhone 8. So if you got an iPhone 8, not the 8 Plus, but the iPhone 8, the iPhone X is going to be slightly bigger so it's going to be small. So it's a 5.8-inch 2-to-1 ratio, like all the rest of the phones that's been coming out in 2017. The 18:9 aspect ratio and all that stuff like that. But compared to the iPhone Plus series, this phone is tiny. If you it look like you could take this whole phone and put it right there. So you have to be advised of that. And I would tell anybody that like big phones that the iPhone 10 may not be for you. If you like the home button, then the iPhone 10 is not going to be for you. If you don't like if you like a fingerprint scanner, then the iPhone 10 will not be for you. If you don't like the design because you got the more portrait camera system, if you're used to the landscape type camera system, then the iPhone 8 is going to be for you. So just understand that, you know, when you're looking at both of these devices, you know, a lot of people that want the 10 but don't understand the size of that, you know. So I mean, look at that, right? It's going to be very tiny. All right, 5.8-inch, 5.5. Now let's make sure we understand something here. Now, even though this is a 5.8-inch screen, this 5.5-inch screen is bigger than this 5.8-inch screen, okay? Because of the aspect ratio. This is 16:9. This is a different aspect ratio, folks. Make sure we understand this, all right? Now, that's why Samsung went to the 6.3 and the 6.4-inch phones, because the phones was tiny. So the difference in aspect ratio, guys, make sure we understand this. If you do the mathematics, all right, even though it's a 5.8-inch screen, it's a different aspect ratio here. All right. So I just want y'all guys to see the difference here. And I got this off of CNET.com, by the way, give them some props here. All right. So now a lot of people may not like that red light camera, right? I mean, you got the camera system there that look like the, you know, what y'all see on the red light that we was making jokes about that on our shows this past Saturday. But I want y'all guys to see that because some people may not like the size. All right. And so at the end of the day, it is what it is. You have to like it or not like it either way, but that is going to be what it is. All right. This is Monday Morning Hangover, guys. Get your cup of coffee. I got my Starbucks on deck. Yes, I see y'all guys in the stream. All right. So TK said people like me that like big phones are like let's see, it's too small, right? That's what I'm saying. So you definitely have to understand that if you're gonna go to the iPhone 10 and if you coming from a plus series iPhone, this is going to be a totally different change for you. Let's see, I love the Essential phone, 5.7-inch, but it feels small. And that's the thing, like even with the LG G6, right? I got the LGG6 somewhere around here. I don't know. I got a pile of phones sitting in front of me. Even with the LGG6, it is a bigger footprint and it's small. All right. So it just kind of remind me of like the LGG6. If you ever held the LGG6, and that's a 5.8, a 5.7 inch screen, right? It's tiny, very, very small, more like small like this, right? Very tiny. Just be advised that when you very small, one hand use basically. Okay, so just be advised, we all guys coming from the Plus series, and it's not going to be as huge as something like this, right? And I got all these Nexus devices sitting right here by me. It's not going to be as big as like a Nexus 6. That's just a 6-inch phone, right? But it has a 16:9 aspect ratio, right? And so it's not going to be as big as this. It's not going to be as big as the Note 8. Right, I got the Note 8 right here, so it's not going to be as big as the Note 8. It's definitely going to be small, a very small footprint. Let's see. I need the iPhone X. I need an iPhone X or a central phone with a 7-inch screen. And you know what? That's what I'm saying. Like maybe next year when if they start discontinuing the regular iPhone series, like I'm thinking like Apple is going to probably start discontinue this and going straight to the iPhone X type design. Maybe they're going to put the fingerprint scanner underneath the glass, and they come out with a Plus series. So right now they got the 5.8, right, and then maybe next year they go come out with like a 6.5 for bigger people that want bigger phones, right? So I think that's going to be the thing. Let's see. I assume they have the X Plus model next year. That's what I'm saying, Timothy. I think next year they go probably have an X Plus because again, I think they go discontinue. Personally, they might just start discontinuing that device. That as far as the older body style, maybe Apple testing this out to see how it rides with people right now. But I think they're going to eventually probably get rid of the Plus model. And I'm testing out. I got cameras in front of me, guys. So and I kind of been showing this all for the last couple of streams. I got this. When I start doing these live streams, I got the multiple cameras that's going to be in front of me, so I can kind of switch up cameras. Just kind of let y'all see, yes, Truth and Justice. And I'm gonna be doing some giveaways with my Truth and Justice shirts, guys. I got that's coming very soon. So be ready for that. I got that rolling. But yes, I got multiple cameras in front of me now because I've got my studio setting up and I'm working on all kinds of other stuff. But yeah, let's see. Let me get into you guys' comments. I'm getting the U11 Plus. Don't care about the X anyway. Yeah, now you know the U11 HTC is holding the event coming very soon. We're gonna have full coverage of the event. I believe it's wow, like on the 5th. I think that event is coming up very soon. Stay tuned. I would have more information about the U11 Plus, and we hear rumors that it's going to be the same, basic same specs, 835, 4 gigs of RAM. I think they're changing the body style to the 18:9. I mean, that's the trend. All right, that's the trend. So we will, if they hold a keynote address, which I think they are, which is I believe is the 5th. I think get ready for it. We're gonna have full coverage right here, how we always do it. Do y'all guys think Apple will go completely OLED? I think they will. Especially the Samsung OLED panels are absolutely gorgeous. I don't think they're gonna have that debacle with the Pixel. I think Apple screen is gonna be absolutely amazing. I think it's gonna be absolutely amazing. I think the event is on the 2nd, iPhone Day. Okay, let's see. I think they shot themselves in the foot for releasing 2 8 models. One and then had okay. So Timothy said they shot themselves in the foot by having 2 8 models. I don't know. I mean, the 8 didn't sell too well. Everybody waiting on a 10. I think that people that have that doesn't understand the design of the phone. Some people's going to like it and some people will not like it. Physical home button are going bye-bye. More so more real estate. So I agree with you. I think home buttons are going away. I think after we seen what the Galaxy series of devices did, what the kind of virtual push button home button, yeah, I really do think I think home buttons are going away. So I agree with you. I agree with you. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Jason in the building. Yes. And once again, happy birthday to my man Nice in the building. What's up with you? But yes, let's go down and take a look at this again. Let's go down and look at some of this stuff again. All right. And I want to show y'all guys, look at this. Man, would you look at this? I'm going to show y'all guys this. Look at this. Just look at that phone. Woo! Man. So you got your iPhone here. All right, and it's kind of showing up a little picture here with the Apple pad there. Okay, and boy, look at that Apple Watch, man. You know what? I never had an Apple Watch, but that's absolutely beautiful. That's a nice setup right here. And when I saw this, I was like, "Whoo, man, that's beautiful." And look at the Apple Pods, the little charger station. But look at that, man. But that's a nice setup right there. That is a beautiful setup, man. That iPhone 10 looks great. And that Apple Watch complements that iPhone. That's nice, guys. I am digging this. Man, that's beautiful. That's just beautiful. Hey, I could see me rocking that. I could see me rocking that because once I get this iPhone 10, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab me an Apple Watch. I don't know about the AirPods. I'm not too much of a fan of the way they look in people's ears, but definitely that watch looks great. Whoo, what y'all look at? Look at that. Ain't that's beautiful? That's just gorgeous, man. I like that setup. Woo, man. And I do know that this charger station is very expensive, but man, if you go Apple, guys, go all the way in. Get your Apple Watch. Get your iPhone 10 and go on and get your pods. That's gorgeous. That's a nice setup there. If you are a Apple fan, you looking at this picture right here and you just drooling like, man, look at that iPhone 10. Man, look, screw that notch on the top, man. But look at that setup. That's beautiful. That's absolutely gorgeous right there. I like that. What y'all gotta think about that? Man, that is pretty. Whoo, man. Look, I love designs, and that right there is absolutely that's gorgeous. What y'all guys think about that right there? Let's see. Let's see. Do you think we're ever able to be able to charge a MacBook wirelessly? Well, the thing about like a MacBook or a computer wirelessly, oh, it's going to take a lot of horsepower to charge that. Look, plugging it up in the wall, it takes a long time to charge. But man, I don't know. I don't know about a MacBook. That's. I don't know about the MacBook charging wirelessly. I don't think we had that technology where you could. We can't even get it to charge fast just by plugging it into a wall. So to get it to charge fast wirelessly is going to be very long. You talk about hours and hours and hours of charge time. And even if you try to use it while charging, I don't think it's going to even keep a charge. You know, like sometimes if you try to use if you got your phone on the wireless charger, you kind of open it up and use it a little bit and it start to drain. I think that's where we at. Let's see, nice watch, but Samsung still the Apple Watch masters. Yeah, the Apple, still the smartwatch masters. You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just saying that if you are in the Apple ecosystem, right? Looking at that is absolutely is nice. It's nice. No Apple fan, but I take a bite out of that X. Yeah, Samsung watches are ahead of its time, ahead of the game. They say Samsung watches is ahead of the game. Samsung Pay is the GOAT. Shout out to Technically T in the building. What's up with you? Yes. Congratulations to the New Orleans Saints. Yes. My Saints 5 in a row, guys. So all y'all football fans out there, all right, y'all don't know about that Who Dat Nation. Y'all better recognize, all right? Y'all might be winning a few games here, this, that, the other, but that Who Dat Nation, we coming for you. All right. I'm just letting y'all know, I'm putting y'all on notice that Who Dat Nation, if you got to play the New Orleans Saints, holla at me. We playing next week. I think we playing the Rams or something next week. So yeah. My boys looking back. Yeah. Right. Oh, Tampa Bay. Yeah, Tampa Bay ain't looking so good right now. Hola. Listening at work. Shout out to Catwoman in the building. Yes. Them ain't. Let me tell you, Saints winning. If we just won 5 in a row, yeah. Come on now. You gotta give us some props. Let's see. If they don't like the notch on the X, that people would say it just looks plain. Hey, that may be the case, but they got so much stuff. And look, I've seen some videos. They got some videos out already on YouTube, people with hands on and stuff like that, right? So the facial recognition goes very fast, and I've been seeing a couple of videos out already, and that's what happened, guys. See us smaller YouTubers like me. Listen, I'm not going to be able to get the phone. By the time I get the phone, guys, next week, it'll be 1,000 videos out on YouTube about it, right? So I don't usually make iPhone videos. So you may not even see a video on the iPhone X. I mean, I just posted a video on the iPhone 8. And that phone has been sitting in the box for what, 2 months, a month. So iPhone videos on this channel, I don't know. It's just for some strange reason. A review on the iPhone is I don't know. I mean, what is it? Like on Android phones, you got totally different aspects about totally different things. You got different designs, different build quality, different camera systems. You have different layouts, overlays. You got different this and different that. It's a lot to talk about on Android devices. It's not a lot to talk about on iOS. That's why I don't really make too many videos on iOS. Like, you know, the 4K on the iPhone 8 Plus was impressive. Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's like if you want to see coverage of the iPhone X, it's just iOS, man. That's the thing. I mean, iOS is going to be the same across the board. You know, and I mean, I'm gonna probably do camera reviews with the iPhone X versus other devices, but this, I mean, the reason why I haven't done no review on the iPhone 8 is because it's the same as the iPhone 7, same as the iPhone 6. I mean, I got full coverage of the iPhone 6, iPhone 7. So, I mean, I could just basically copy and paste the same review and call it the iPhone 8, and it's going to be the same besides the build quality. So I don't know. I'm still deciding on, you know, what kind of coverage I'm going to do with the iPhone X, because I don't really do a lot of iPhone videos. Look, on this YouTube channel, y'all seen, I got all the iPhones, different colors. I've actually did unboxings on all the iPhones, right? It's just, I just don't make videos about it because it's just uninteresting to some people, because my channel is not known for iPhones, right? So people might see an iPhone like, this guy doing, and I just don't make those videos because I'm just trying to see, okay, what is it about an iPhone that I can make a video about? And I sit there, I'll be thinking like, what is it about iOS that I can make a video about? And that's the confusing part for me. It's hard because it's, if you got the iPhone 5, 6, 7, and 8, it's nothing different there. So besides gestures on the iPhone X, I like the design of it. I'm going to get it, but probably won't make no videos on it. What's up with your tech riders in the building? Don't listen. If y'all guys didn't catch the stream this past Saturday, please go back and look at the stream Saturday. I had TK, Tech Rider, had all the heavy hitters was in the building. Technically T, shout out to Technically T, shout out to Tech Right. We had all the heavy hitters that was in the stream. TK was in the stream. So yeah, we had the heavy hitters. Check it out. This is Monday Morning Hangover, guys. Get your cup of coffee. We talking iPhone all week. This is iPhone week. Happy Halloween to everybody. Hopefully y'all get y'all kiddos out to go get that candy. And make sure y'all guys go get in the spirit of Halloween. I've been noticing the trend in the last couple of years that nobody don't give out candy like they used to. Nobody did. Look, I've been seeing people turn their lights off. People that usually have their lights on every day, they'll turn their lights off for Halloween. Come on, man, get into the spirit. Get into the spirit of Halloween, right? I mean, it's for the kids. I mean, think about it. I mean, look at all the crap that's going on in this world. And all of a sudden, we got Halloween, which is a good day for the kids. They're out there trick-or-treating and everything. I mean, the parents, be safe, you know. Parents is out trick-or-treating and everything. And people don't, you know, I mean, most kids trick-or-treat in their own neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? You know, and sometimes that's good to meet your neighbors. I mean, how could people be living in the neighborhood for 20 years and never met their neighbors? That's strange, man. I know we live in a crazy world, but I don't want to change subjects here. But you see this trend of people that have been living in neighborhoods for 20 and 30 years and don't even know their next door neighbor. That is weird to me. I mean, you know, it's like, yeah, you don't even see them. It's crazy. Let's see. I turn my light off. Yes. See, that's what you got to get into the spirit, folks. I mean, this is a holiday. Look, it's the holiday season. We got Thanksgiving coming up. We got Christmas coming up. Come on, man. We got to get pumped up, get positive, man. You know, I think the biggest problem in this world, that one of the things that people, drama, sex, violence, I mean, everybody's so attracted to that. But when you talk about positivity, fun, I make tutorial videos, right? My tutorial videos are positive videos of people help people and stuff like that. And I don't get that many views on it, right? Because it's positive, it's helping people, right? But if I made a video that I got naked girls behind me and there's drama, people fighting and violence and everything else, and people come see, I want to see somebody get killed. I want to see people fighting. I want to see drama. See, drama sells, positivity doesn't. I think we are going into a deep hole as a society. I think we need more positive influences. I think we need more positive people. We need more people and more energetic people to, you know what I'm saying, to try to change some things, man. Look, we all come on my channel, man. We having fun, we giggling, we doing all kinds of positive things. I make tutorial videos. I got computer tutorial videos. I got all kinds of good stuff, good content on my YouTube channel. Now I make funeral videos. Those are fun videos and stuff like that. Not too much drama, but it is what it is. Let's see, not too many people celebrate Halloween. I do understand that. And look, think about it, like all day today, right? Oh, you're going to see Michael Myers movies. You're going to see Freddy Krueger movies. They're going to be like, man, I enjoy that. And then once you get towards Christmas, you're going to get Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas. You got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Man, these are all classics, man. And every year I watch Charlie Brown Christmas. I just saw it ever since I've been on this planet. But I really enjoy sitting with my wife and my daughter and we watch Charlie Brown Christmas. It's just a classic, man. And I don't know, I mean, people like, man, that's old school, man. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer need to have some rap in it now. Come on, man. See, down south in New Orleans, they take Christmas music and they put bounce beats in it. All right. We call it bounce. They bounce them out, right? Like if y'all remember Juvenile and stuff, back that thing up, right? Well, that's the same type of concept. They take Christmas music in New Orleans and we call it the beat. They put the beat on it, right? And we happens a lot in New Orleans. If people take good classic Christmas music and make it beats, put beats on them so they can be backing anything up this Christmas and all. Oh, come on. It's insane, but that happens in Louisiana. Let's see. The part of drama and negativity is spawned from mobile technology and people destroying stuff for views. Yeah. And you know what? I thought about that. I made a video and I did that, right? I burned the phone, right, in a video, and it got a lot of views for it. And this goes to show you that drop tests and burning phones and drama and stuff like that, that does get a lot of views. Things just aren't like they used to be. So much for the simple life, just for enjoying. The world is unfortunately becoming a hot mess. Kids today will never know. Let's see. Timothy Baker said 24 hours of Christmas a story is a little overboard. Listen, I actually like the Christmas Story. All right. And I know we're jumping off topic here. I actually watched a Christmas Story. Remember the guy with the BB gun and he putting his tongue on the pole and he got stuck. I watch that every year too. Let's see. Bounce music for Christmas. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see, it is a pagan holiday that was started out as a church holiday, all Halloween Eve. Well, all Hallows Eve. Okay. Let's see. But isn't the world or the US are so insensitive about money, sex, and violence? If people perspectives are better, things would be different. I agree with you, Sean. One of the biggest issues that we have in the United States and all over the world is that drama. It's plagued. It's plagued all over Facebook. How many times you go on Facebook and you see people fighting? They upload fighting videos, drama videos. They upload all kinds of stuff. These type of violent videos, and look at the views from it, right? It's astronomical. It's crazy, but that happens. Let's see. Do you think Android is two years away from copying Face ID? Well, the Samsung has put the facial recognition in the Galaxy Note 7. Remember that? So facial recognition has been around for a while. Actually, this phone right here, this gonna trip you out. This phone right here has facial recognition. And this is a Blue Vivo 5. And you can open this phone up, and it has a sensor right there, sensor right at the top. The Blue Vivo 5 actually open the device up just by your face. So that's crazy. A lot of people didn't know that. I actually made a video about that, about the Blue Vivo 5 having facial recognition. And so when you hit the button to open up your device, you look at it and it just go open. So that's weird. And as we talk about things about what Android is doing, what Apple is doing, think about this, right? When Samsung was making a claim that they was the first device with liquid cooling, that was incorrect. Remember Lumia 950 and the 950 XL, they had liquid cooling in that device, all right? They was the first. Also, the Lumia devices had facial recognition too. All right. So Microsoft devices had facial recognition too. So is Android was Apple with the facial recognition? Who was the first? Who was the last? Just like that. I don't know. Facial recognitions has been around for a minute. This phone got it. Blue phone, which is, look, to me, this is one of my favorite blue phones. The Blue Vivo 5, I say this in a lot of videos. The build quality, The price, camera's not that great. Good screen. This is AMOLED display on this device. I made plenty of videos about this phone. This phone got facial recognition. This phone feels good. I don't like the blue emblem, but this phone is a win. I like this phone. It's very fast and fluid. You know, it ain't got the top line specs, but the phone costs $100. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. But it's definitely you know, it is. I'm a phone hoarder. Yes, I always do this when people always say, "Easy, why you got so many phones?" I just love them. Every time you turn around, I just got them all over the place. Right? It just phones everywhere. I have a lot of phones, and I like I just for some strange reason I love technology. I just love technology. Let's see. Wow, easy. Still has it, the Vivo 5. You know what? Big House Production, the Blue Vivo 5 is a device that it was actually my second or third, because I gave away a lot of blue phones on this channel, right? I did give away the R1 HDs and all that. I give all that away to y'all guys. But I kept the Blue Vivo 5. It's just a special phone, man. Blue Vivo 5 is a special phone. Even though with all the debacle that Blue done been through, it's still, to me, listen, it don't have top of the line specs. It's optimized, it's good. I like it for what it is. Get it in museum. Let's see, let's see. What do you think to keep the hinge oiled on that Exxon phone? You know what? After we had that one spike talking about the Exxon M, it just kind of faded away. Isn't that phone coming out like on the 5th? I mean, we're not hearing no more coverage about the Exxon M, but it just kind of went away. Next year, iPad is to support facial ID. That is the direction that Apple's going into, and we talked about that earlier. And let's get back onto to some more Apple stuff, right? I just want people. Oh my God, look at that! Let me show y'all guys this. Man, every time I see this picture, I want this setup right here. Look at that. Would you look at that? Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. If y'all guys into Apple, if you want to go all in on Apple, this got to be your setup, right? You got your iPhone 10 looking beautiful on that. Look, if I'm gonna get the iPhone 10, if I get the Apple Watch, I got to get the Apple wireless pad, right? I mean, that's like a no-brainer, right? You got to get the wireless pad. So look at that iPhone 10 and look at that beautiful Apple Watch sitting up there with the AirPod. This is the setup. This is the 2017 if you're going to go all in on Apple. This is absolutely amazing. That is gorgeous. And to me, if I'm going to get the iPhone 10, I'm going to get an Apple Watch. That white band, I don't know about the white band. I like to have that nice little pretty bands, but that white band does look pretty on that. And I think they're interchangeable. So I might get some different color bands, but that is gorgeous. Now, if I'm wearing a good classy suit, then this looks like my setup right here. Now, I don't know about the Apple Pods. I'm not a fan of, I don't like the way they look in your ear, but this is absolutely gorgeous. If you're going to go all in, guys, that's how you're going to do it, right? I like that setup. Also, for everybody that's coming from an iPhone Plus series, all right, if you're coming from iPhone Plus series, just be advised that it's going to be different, all right, because you're losing all bezels, ladies and gentlemen, all right. So if you got an iPhone 8, you're going to be comfortable with the iPhone X. If you're coming from an iPhone Plus, going to iPhone X, it's gonna feel small. I would tell anybody, go look at this device, go play around with it. If you got like an LG G6, okay, that's gonna probably be the same size of an LG G6. All right. If you got a smaller phone, like a 4.5 inch or 4.7 inch phone, this is how this phone gonna look. It's gonna be tiny. All right. It's a one-handed device. So for most people, you're going to be able to touch all 4 corners of the screen there. All right. So a lot of people that thinking that the phone will be big, that's not the case. I know a lot of people saying it's a big, gorgeous, big old 5.8-inch screen, but it's not going to be like the iPhone Plus series. So be advised when y'all looking at this that if you got an iPhone 8, it's going to be slightly bigger than an iPhone 8. Look like it's going to be the same size as far as narrow. All right, see that? And then once you get, if you're coming from a Plus series, this is going to be a totally different device because you're going down. And a lot of people that like big phones, you may not like that. If you like Touch ID, you would not like the X because it's all facial recognition, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so just be advised of that because you do not have no Touch ID, no home button whatsoever. This device is going to be completely touch-based, gesture-based device. You got to swipe up to get to your home button. You got to swipe to the side to get to control center. Swipe to this side to get to your notifications. All right, so this is a complete gesture-based setup here. All right, now you're getting 3 gigs of RAM. Let's go and talk about the specs again. All right, here we go. 5.8-inch, 1125 by 2436 pixels. All right. Also, you get dual 12 megapixel cameras. You get 3 gigs of RAM with the Apple A11 Bionic chip. You get 2700 milliamp battery. Now that's going to concern some people with a 2K display. Okay. Now we already know I've made a lot of videos about phones with 2K displays with small batteries in them. All right. Now that's going to concern some people. Now, even though you get an AMOLED display, even though it's going to be optimized, right? But still, it's all about screen on time. That's one of the things that you got to remember, guys. I don't care about optimizations. I don't care about all that stuff. It's all about screen on time. And 2700 milliamp battery with a 5.8-inch 2K display. I don't know about good battery life. Now, once you turn the phone off, obviously, it's not going to suck a lot of juice. But screen on time is going to be very, very, very important when looking at this device. You're not going to get those 7, 8, 9 hours of screen on time. Not with no 2700 milliamp battery. I don't care how much optimization that they have in this device. Even though it got an AMOLED panel, which is going to help it. But 2700 milliamp battery is not big. Not for the 2K display. Let me go and let y'all guys see some of the rest of this stuff. It's got an 82 by 9 screen to body ratio. So that's why you're getting all that edge to edge. You get a 458 pixels per inch. It's 19 by 5 by 9 aspect ratio, not 18 by 9. It's 19 by 5 and by 9 aspect ratio here. All right. And again, you get iOS 11.0.2, and that may change. All right. And you get the Apple A11 Bionic chip. All right. And the GPU is 3 cores. Graphics, you get 64 with the cheap one. All right. For $999, you only get 64 gigs of storage. That's not a lot of storage for 4K recording, guys. You know, it's not a lot of storage, man. 256 gigs, guys. If you're going to hold on to this phone for the next couple of years, it's going to be well close to the $1,500 price point. But, I mean, 64 gigs is just not enough storage, man. That is a huge concern for me, by the way. All right. No SD card, and you get 64 gigs of storage. Listen, I mean, you got to go. If you're going to hold on to iPhone for a long time, you got to get 256 gigs. I can't tell you how to spend your money, but I'm just saying, if you go do 4K recording, you're going to eat up a lot of space very fast. And taking the 4K recording, you can go 4K 30 and 60 frames per second, 1080p. And you got slow motion, 240 frames per second, and you still get the 7 megapixel camera on the front of that device and all the bells and whistles. All right, and look, let's talk about this for a second. Let me give you some commentary on this for a second, guys. These are some of the concerns that I might have with this device. All right, even though I don't have it, but let's put this in perspective, guys. All right, let's put this in perspective. All right, that it is one of those things that for the 2700 milliamp battery with a high resolution screen, even though it's AMOLED, it's a concern. Now, Apple has, to me, the smaller versions like the iPhone 7s, the iPhone 6, not the plus versions, but the regular versions, did I mean, even when you go back to the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 4s, they didn't really give you that good of battery life. All right. Now the iPhone 8 is a little different. You get better battery life with the iPhone 8. But uh, when you're talking about on-screen time, this is the key here. On-screen time is the key. And you know, for Android devices, I mean, when we kick it out 4.5, 5 hours on screen time, that's about what I'm looking at in this device. More leaning to the 4.5 hours of screen on time. I don't see. Well, you know, probably the first week you having a device, you probably won't get that much good battery life because you go be on it all day, showing people and playing around with it. So you probably won't get good battery life the first week. But once you start calming down, you know, stop using the device so hard, maybe turn the brightness down a little bit, then you might start getting better battery life. All right. So battery may be a concern to some people. Battery may be a concern to some people. All right. Also, 64 gigs of storage. And look, don't get me wrong, Galaxy Note, 64 gigs of storage. We got a lot of phones that's coming out with 64 gigs of storage, right? The OnePlus is coming out with the 128 gigs or whatever storage. My issue is no micro SD card support. All right. Now, Apple never did micro SD card support. We know this, right? But at 64 gigs with 4K, 60 frames per second, gonna take a lot of storage. And a lot of people go want to record in 4K, 60 frames per second. It's going to eat up a lot of storage for what I'm thinking, right? I don't know. To me, I think Apple did this on purpose. I mean, you think about it, right? Why come out with you come out with 64 gigs? That's fine, right? We used to dog Apple out for 16 gigs, right? When everybody else was already to 32 and 64 gigs, Apple was still at 16 gigs. So we applaud Apple for going to 32 and 64 gigs, right? So they had 64 gigs, right? All right. That's fine. We applaud Apple for that because for a long time, I mean, you go back to the iPhone 6. iPhone 6 had a 16 gig variant. All right. So that's when you got into the 64 gig variant with the iPhone 7, right? But now since we're in the iPhone 8 and iPhone 10, we get 64 gigs. We get 64 gigs of internal storage, but the file sizes of a lot of high-end games. And I think, look, my only concern is I think for more of the high-end games and for video and pictures is going to kind of eat up the storage a little bit. I'm not sure, but I just think that, you say, for instance, you're going to hold on to your iPhone 10 for the next 4 years, right? 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, right? I mean, look, it all depends on your pocketbook. I just think, I don't know. I don't know. I'm leaning, me personally, I'm leaning towards 256 gig. Maybe not, because I don't use iPhone. So I may not get the 256 gig iPhone. I don't use iPhone, so I might just get the 64 gig. Let me get into your guys' questions. iPhone X will have good battery life because the battery is basically the same size of the iPhone 8 Plus. Let's see what it's all about. iPhone X has OLED instead of LCD, so it will save battery. Shouts out to Michael. He's leaving a lot of good comments in. Let's see. Hang on a second. Some people, I'm getting a lot of notifications from my YouTube channel. Let's see. Micro SD card storage is essential. Well, you won't get it on the iPhone. I don't think Apple will ever do that. Let's see. Apple new file size system uses half the space. Shouts out to Timothy. He's an Apple fan. Thank you for that information. The only thing is going to bring down the battery is horrible iOS 11. I believe iOS 11 gonna be fixed by the time you get this iPhone. Now you still go probably have some issues with iOS 11. Now they're coming out with all these updates for iOS 11. All right, so I think it's all about patience, I guess. Apple know about it. People complained about iOS 11. People's been putting it all online about iOS 11. I think let's see what iOS 11.3 is going to be, 11.1, because right now it is pretty bad. Yeah, my iPad died faster since iOS 11, and I think because they want you to upgrade. They want you with that new iPad. That's why the new 4K format uses half the space. Thank you, Tony, for that information. On my 64 gig, I always have 18 gigs left. I offload all my footage to OneDrive, and I only use about 65 apps or so. Good. Thank you for that information, Jason. Let's see. Jason said iOS 11.1 is dropping this week, and I'm telling you, Apple's on this. Apple gonna fix this stuff, man. People complaining about iOS 11. Apple gonna fix this stuff, so that's why you're starting to see these updates are gonna drop. Let's see, Apple is not going to do micro SD card because they can't make any money from it, and that's true. I mean, that's why you got to buy the 256 gig. Apple said, listen, and going back to what I said before, Apple looking at it like this, folks. Right? If there's an iPhone for everybody, and this is why I'm because that's why I want to get this information out into people, right? It's an iPhone for everybody. If you don't like the iPhone 10, you can always get the iPhone 8. Okay, and so yeah, look, I'm playing around with my cameras, guys. I got all these cameras around me. So if you don't like the iPhone 10 because you're losing some stuff. All right, you're losing stuff on this iPhone 10. All right, you're losing the home button. You're losing a lot of stuff with iPhone 10. Now, everything on iOS is going to be different. Now, I think, and somebody raised this question up before, what about the older generation with the iPhone 10? I'm going to tell you, that's a learning curve because it's all gesture-based. Nothing, right? I think there's going to be a learning curve with iOS and with the iPhone 10. I don't know if the older generation that love the iPhone, like my mama like her iPhone SE, right? She like her iPhone SE. It's one of those devices that she hit the home button. She got her app set up perfectly. She don't even know, she don't know nothing about this pushing down notifications and all that. No. So I think with the iPhone 10 for the older generation, there's going to be some issues. It's a learning curve. A lot of us younger millennials, that word millennial keep coming up. We're going to have to teach, if we get our parents, our grandparents, new iPhone 10s, we got to teach them. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's and the thing about it is, it's going to be very, very difficult. You know, stuff like that. And look, Tony, you're right. I think the iPhone 8 was made for people that love the old body style, that love the big bezels and just something to hold on to, right? Because once we get into this non-bezel-less displays and all that stuff like that, and some people just don't like it. Some people just don't like that, right? So just be advised that once we start getting to this bezel-less displays and stuff, we got to kind of, I don't know, it's a learning curve. Let me see. Deepak, I got the 256 gig because I thought I am spending, good point. If I'm going to spend over $1,000, spend a little bit more and go all out and get the 256 gig Deepak. That's the point that I make it to. If you're going to spend $1,000, man, you might as well put another 150, 200 bucks where it go all out. I mean, that's how I'm thinking. All right, so I'm thinking the same thing. Like if I go buy Apple Watch, right? I'm going to buy the best of the best Apple Watch. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm going to buy, a car, right? And you got a car with standard rims and you got a car with good rims. And it's about maybe $1,000 more. I want the car with the good rims. I don't want the factory rims. I want them chrome rims, right? So it's the same way here when it comes to, buying this device. For 150 bucks more, like Jason was saying, you get 3 times the storage. To me, I think Look, the only reason why I would buy the 64 gig iPhone is because I don't use iPhones. I'm only getting it for maybe one video and maybe show it off to people. I'm gonna be in, locally showing people the phone locally, and that's basically it. But if I was an iPhone fan, now don't get me wrong, I'm looking at this Apple Watch and all that stuff. I might be a convert. I don't know. But if I was an iOS fan, if I was an Apple fan, I mean, the 256 gig probably be a no-brainer. Now, as far as resale value, resale value, obviously, Apple product hold their own. So you might lose 25% trying to resell it. It's going to be kind of difficult to resell a $1,200, $1,300 phone come next year. I mean, you go lose on it. I mean, that just to let y'all know. I mean, if you paid $1,000 for an iPhone and the resale value, you may not even get nothing but $750 possibly on that $1,100 phone. So just be advised of the resale value. Now, even though you might be getting a 256 gig iPhone, come next year when the iPhone 11 come out, the resale value on that 256 gig probably gonna be under $1,000. So just be advised, if you're willing to keep that phone, then it's all good. But if you want to resell it, I don't know. I don't recommend buying a 256 if you're gonna sell it next year. You're gonna lose a lot of money on it. Same thing I said about the G6, man. It's the same thing I said about the G6. I paid $800 for the G6 when it first came out, right? The resale value of the G6 is about $250, and that I'm losing, 80% of its value in less than a year. So you got to think about that too on the resale value. I mean, the only good thing is that you can, even if you buy a Galaxy Note that paid $900+ for $1,000 for it, right? The resale value on the Galaxy Note maybe about $700, $600. So that's one of the things. You're gonna lose $400 on the device come next year. So just be advised of that as far as resale value. Let's see. There's I exits on eBay for $2,500, $3,000, and you gonna see that. I say this. When the iPhone 6 first came out, I could see people buying $3,000, $4,000 for iPhone. Over the last couple of years, I don't see the reason to buy the iPhone 10 for $3,000. But listen, if you don't get the iPhone 10 this week, then it's a possibility you could get it next week. If you don't get it next week, you could get it the week after next. It's one of those things that these people go get shipments every day, right? And I don't get me wrong. I don't listen. The market is the market, but when the iPhone 6 came out, I could see, because it was a different. I mean, it went from a 5 to a 6 and 6 Plus. Those was like, heavy hitters back in the day. I don't see iPhone people. I don't know. Maybe people might spend $3,000 on the iPhone. I just don't see it. I'm gonna tell you, it shocked me last year, and it shocked me this year for the iPhone 7. I remember the iPhone 7. I camped out for 8 hours, and I was the only one camped out. That told me right there that things have changed. Things changed when I camped out, and I was the only one camped out. That's when I knew things had changed. iPhone 8, no problem getting that phone. No pre-ordering, no nothing. Just walked in the store, voila, there you go. It was no issues to get the phone. And I think it's going to be the same thing with the iPhone 10. Let me tell you something, man. I think all this overhype is not going to be available. People saying it ain't going to be available, I don't know. They have to prove me wrong, because I'm going to just walk in the store and get one. I ain't doing no pre-order. I'm going to just walk in the store and get one. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I'm in Louisiana. Ain't nobody want, for what I'm hearing in where I'm at, like, I got my iPhone 7. It's all good. I ain't worried about no. See, that's the mentality that's the feedback I'm getting. that I already got an iPhone. What the hell am I gonna get another one for? That is the feedback that I'm getting. So iPhone 10s, they're gonna be sitting on the shelf, man, collecting dust. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. iPhone keeps its value better than Android. Oh, absolutely, James. Let me tell you something. That is a fact. iPhone does keep its value way better than Android. I mean, my God, look what happened to Android devices in 2017. You got to be kidding me, right? You got to be kidding me. This is one of the reasons why I didn't buy the Pixel, right? Because I had a horrible experience last year with the Pixel. And I didn't get the Pixel. People pre-order, pre-order for what? What you could walk right into a store and get a Pixel. You can walk right in the store and get any phone you want, right? I don't think the scarcity of devices is what it was. It didn't. The value of the device, the resale value of devices is so bad. I mean, you gotta be kidding me, right? The resale value of these, you get a V30, right? You pay $800+. Why even pay $800+ on a V30? That's one thing. I would wait, right? Pay, just say for essence and giggles, you pay $800+ for a V30, right? What is gonna a month from now or 2 months from now when the V30 go down to $200, the resale of your phone that you just paid $800+ just dropped by 70% in 1 month. That's huge. That's huge. All right. Let's see. Why does everybody wants micro SD cards? The way to store their phone. That's why Google stopped using it. And you know what, Michael, you bring in a good point. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now, the reason why a lot of OEMs stop using micro SD cards is because people buy the slow micro SD cards, and then when they put them in their phones, right? And they got a lot of phones like the ZTE phone. You can combine them as storage, right? So some of the phones that allow you to combine them, your SD card with your storage. And then if you buy the little cheap SD cards, the very, very cheap SD cards, it will slow your device down. So people complain about lagginess. They complain about, all kinds of stuff that's happening to their phone. It's because they take their micro SD card and they put it. But if you notice, they take micro SD cards and they making them out of separate partitions. So you would have to take products and, roll them over into your micro SD card instead of utilize your micro SD card as your main storage. Now, a lot of people that like micro SD cards is because they could take video and listen. I highly recommend high-end SD cards, right? I don't like people always. I seen what is 16 gig SD card for $2 at Dollar General or something, and I was like, oh my God. And so when you talk about micro SD cards, I do agree with you on that because a lot of companies have fast storage inside the device that don't bog the device down. But when you add micro SD card support to it and you combining it, when you combine it as a merged storage, then you run into problems. Let's see. Do you think Google should recall the Pixel? Well, the thing about it is, I don't think Google is going to recall the Pixel. I think they're going to let it be. When Google sent out one statement, they're going to send out an update because people is complaining about the dull screen. So they're going to just send out an update, and it's going to the update is going to give you that pop, like in Samsung devices, right? Or oversaturation and all that stuff like that. Is Google going to recall? Nah, the phone is made. I would tell anybody that start to get burn-ins, and if you're still in your warranty, man, just return it. And if you like the Pixel, return it and get another one. It just gonna be a bad year for Google, man. I mean, I'm passing on it. Obviously, I'm not getting the Google Pixel, but yeah, people that's getting the Google Pixel, I mean, that you got to live with it, man. I mean, you know, again, like TK said, speak with your pocket, right? You get a Google Pixel. If you like the blue tint, that's fine. If you know that your AMOLED display go burn in, yeah, it's gonna happen. So I don't know. Google ain't gonna recall this phone though. It's not life threatening. That's the thing. It's not life threatening. That's the point. So while way over time here, we're having such a good discussion, guys, but I'm way over time. Let's see. That's the exact reason why Apple would never do it, because they want control over the whole experience. That's what Jason said. Let's see. Timothy said, I see where people have burn-in straight out of the box. Yes, I've actually seen some photos of people have burn-ins right out of the box. Let's see. Jason said, I kind of want the smaller pixel. Smaller pixel screen is made by Samsung, I heard. All right, so the smaller screen is made by Samsung. Let's see. Apple cut its iPhone 8 production by 50%. It may not hold its value. Ooh, that's some good information, James. Thank you very much for that information. It may not hold its value because it's not selling. People holding on to the iPhone 7s and possibly getting the iPhone 10. But if the iPhone 10 don't like it, they're going to keep the iPhone 7s until next year. And that's hurt Apple, because Apple wants you to get the iPhone 8, and a lot of people just don't see the sense in it. Most of the average consumers, the iPhone is already fast. That's the whole thing. Well, it's faster, it's faster, it's faster. Well, the iPhone 7 is fast. That's the whole thing. Your iPhone 7 is already fast. Remember the keynote address? You see the charts, right? This iPhone 7 is the fastest we ever built. Remember that keynote address? Okay, so what happened that is not fast anymore? iPhone 7 is fast. If you got an iPhone 7, 64 gigs, 128 gigs, whatever you got, I mean, you got good cameras. The experience with iOS 11 gonna be the same. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you want to upgrade to iPhone 8, it's your pocketbook. Do what you want. But if you rock an iPhone 7, I mean, hey, I don't know. I mean, lot of us geeks, we geeks, right? A lot of us geeks like to get the latest and greatest, but not this time. Not this time. I don't know. I think a lot of geeks are like, man, come on, man. Ain't nobody gonna upgrade. You know, just because it got an A11 Bionic chip. Ooh, you got a Bionic chip. Come on, man. That's it is. I don't know. AR definitely takes advantage of the A11 chip, and that's, I think, if you like AR and supposed to have VR, where the goggles at for this thing, right? Don't the iPhone 8 supposed to have VR? I got iPhone 8. Where's the goggles? I haven't heard anything about the VR goggles. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what it's all about. All right, guys, I'm about to get on out of here. This is Monday Morning Hangover, guys. I usually have this about an hour, but I'm a little over an hour. I like people to watch the replay. Shouts out to the replay crew, guys. And this is iPhone 8 week. Don't forget about Wine Wednesday. Whoo, don't forget about Wine Wednesday. It's the ladies takeover. The ladies takeover on this YouTube channel. And boy, do they enjoy themselves. They enjoy themselves all the way to the fullest. Thank y'all guys very much for coming. This is Monday Morning Hangover. Another one in the books. It's iPhone week. Hope you're ready. iPhone 10. Get your pocketbooks ready. $1,000. Woo-hoo! Or you're going to sign that 30-month contract, right? That's how it is. See y'all guys Wednesday. Peace.